getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The quick out. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Complete downfield. Still running at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Using his legs, it's Etienne. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Right back to it. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The snap sets up the throw. They're trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Coming after him. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, LSU 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Picks up 9.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side.
The ball is out behind the line.
It's so...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great returns. Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. There are certain games that get the juices flowing, and when you have number 1 versus number 2, it'll send a shiver up your spine, as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. first down here for the offense. On the move. At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's a good-looking one, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They're going to ride this running back.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Got the quick pass. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Finds his man. It's Etienne. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. He's got an open man. Touchdown Bulldogs! What a grab and go for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense set on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Ducks in the hurry-up.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oregon! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have... more points and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
That's caught. It's Etienne. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up second down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On the ground, it's Etienne. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Back to the ground game on the left. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Grab near the marker. It's Lovett. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The first down for the offense.
Good enough for first down.
This time they'll go to the running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Etienne. Makes the catch and knocks down. They'll go hurry up here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw. It's back. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The Dogs want to crank the tempo. He's going to pass on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. About to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. He's got it down the left. And an explosive explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lovett. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field, but how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. He got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now he's looking into the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. Georgia 14, Oregon 7.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He's going for it all. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield. The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Wide out in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They go to the ground. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Etienne. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Snags it. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Back to throw. It's back. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's looking on the right side. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
That's the end of the third quarter. Local score, Georgia 21, Oregon 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They move the tight end all over. Running back searching for a hole. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yo.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
Savannah Crimson Tide will take over. 1st and 10.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And a lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the Tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
They sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same five-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on 3rd and short if you can get them aggressive and a defense aggressive. But the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out. And the ball is picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Fires to the tight end. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Paul. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Wide receiver shows motion. The hand to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Fair catch, called for and made. field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. It's complete to the right. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 7, Alabama 0.
A new set of downs after the completion. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Give to the running back. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Looking for room. It's Durham. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Line getting set on second down. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Get it out on the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job on the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Hands it off.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Trying to find his man on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Motion from the offense. Movement here from the tight end. On second down, wants to throw. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got a man. It's Durham. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on third and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want.
Looking for the end zone. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can throw the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. After the big first down sack, it's second down. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Backed up in their own end. Just find some breathing room. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. And the Tigers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations on third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He's going to bring it out from deep. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good. But man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and miss this ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. With the catch, it's Lacy. Still on his feet. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he intercepts it. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
Here comes that Alabama offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it can switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Buys a little time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass and then never had a chance.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third and short, the power run here. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Really good start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. They've created some space. They'll snap it from the 36. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. Past the 10. And with the interception, he'll take... On the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
I like your name.
Ready to kick it away to get things started. Going for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lane. At the 16. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Snags it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
How about it, RD? What a start. You want to come out and say, I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to take shots. We're going to make big plays. Look no further than the first play of the game. What a start.
The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
The sure hands, it's Tate. And they swarm him under. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. A third down try for the offense. To the air, it's Howard. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Fast motion from the offense. On fourth down, going to the air. Unloads it left. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's back to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. He's looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the return.
The return is tackled down at the 27, and the Ohio State offense will take over first and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So
oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 40. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
That's the end
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Pressure coming. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. 3rd and goal from way back there. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Gonna run it. It's Durham. And it's slipped out. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Quarterback moving. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Scott. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David. Oh, he wants it all. Snatches it on the right. Open runway ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The 18 unit on the field. Splits the uprights. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every
running toward the tape. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Back to pass, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dialing up a second down pass play. Time to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
LSU 14.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking to scramble. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Trying to burn this defensive back. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out.
He unleashes a long one. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Tigers want to move quickly.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They want to get this defense on its heels.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw the ball.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. To the air, it's Nussmeier trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Stopped after making the catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some keep.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Fourth and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making the big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. LSU quick to the line.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On third down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Durham. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Ohio State 27, LSU 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Just a short pass to the tight end. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw, feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. On second down, looking again to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. And he's dragged down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Wide out in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
From the gun. Getting some heat. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the 2-point try. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll throw it on first down. That's reeled in. It's Sampson.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. Grab near the marker. It's Anderson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with.
They intercept it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Howard. Looking down the middle. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pressure coming. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for it.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that?
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. To the air, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They believe they can run right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with a W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.